Okay, I probably shouldn't do this. I really probably shouldn't. I'm sitting here going, nah, turn this off. But I was looking through some stuff. I was looking through things on Facebook. I'm here in Brisbane, Australia, and feel a little disconnected from home. And the time stuff. I'm reading all sorts of stuff from yesterday. It's sort of a weird feeling, but anyway, and I run across a video in my feed from Steve Schlissel. I haven't seen Steve in years. Ever since it was well before all the uh, federal vision stuff exploded. But he was talking about the election, and so I started watching it, and it started off with just a completely ahistorical example. He's promoting Trump and saying that we must vote for Donald Trump. And he likened it to if Bonhoeffer had said that we couldn't vote for Hitler. I'm sorry, that someone else ran against Hitler, but who was a pimp. And if he had said that you couldn't vote for this pimp because of his moral failings, that it would have been sinful. And I'm sitting here going, that completely misses the reality of the history. In 1932, Hitler's primary evil was still in the future. No one knew it was coming. And the reality is, and I've pointed this to before, what happened is Hitler was the guy who was to blow up the old system. And I've heard a lot of Trump supporters saying, that's what we need. We need to blow up the old system. All these old nasty Republicans, and they've just gotten, they're no different than the Democrats. We need to blow the whole thing up. Okay. In those days, you had something called the Weimar Republic. And it was collapsing. It was corrupt as can be, just like our government today. And so people wanted to blow it up, wanted a new alternative. And so they blew it up. And you know what? The guy they voted for years, trains ran on time, the economy prospered. It looked great. I mean, he bought them time and destroyed the nation because his name was Hitler. They voted for the National Socialists, the Nazis. They went with the unknown because the old was just, well, we can't go there, so let's go with something we don't know. And for a while it worked. That's what happens when you're fleeing corruption. Well, so I was shocked at the illustration it was given because it's really historically backwards. Because the one to be concerned about from the real illustration would be Trump, not Clinton. We know what Clinton's about. We know Clinton is a communist. I mean, socialist communist, look, she's a totalitarian. She is against anything that is good, honest, just American. Well, American and good, honest, just are not necessarily the same thing anymore. Please don't hear me say that. But she's just despicable on every level, corrupt on every level, worldview issues, everything. It's horrible. The very fact that someone like this is even running for the presidency of the United States is clear indication of the judgment of God upon this nation. I firmly believe that, no question about it. But I am getting so sick and tired of being told by Christians, well, we only have two choices. So if you don't vote for Trump, you're voting for Hillary. But that's what we got here. Here it is. Listen in.
You must understand all the flights of fancy and all the talk and all the self-righteous pronouncements cannot erase this fact. Every adult voter, every qualified voter who does not vote for Trump is voting for Hillary. That's all. There is no other way to slice it.
Yes, there is. There is the logical, rational way to slice it. It is so frustrating to hear this kind of thinking. So if I don't vote for Hillary, that means I'm voting for Trump, right? Hey, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. And that just exposes the utter irrationality of this. If I don't vote for Trump, I'm not voting for Hillary either. Well, but you're stuck in the binary. No, I'm not. There is nothing biblical that says you must vote for one of two evil leaders. You must prostitute your vote. You must just go with the system. And it doesn't matter if this man is a covenant-breaking, womanizing, shallow-minded, doesn't have a consistent worldview on anything, demagogue. If you don't vote for him, then you're voting for the commie. Wow. I reject that abjectly in totality, and I hope maybe beginning November 9th, some sanity and rationality will return to Christian people. I really do. I may be being naive to think that. But it is abjectly irrational to say what was just said. It makes no sense. I reject both of them for different reasons. Now, I understand. If you want to vote for Donald Trump, if you want to roll the dice, because that's what you're doing, you are rolling the dice. There is not the first reason for anyone to believe that the man will do anything he has said. He will cut a deal. That's, if there's, the only thing we can know about the man is that he'll cut a deal. That's what he'll do. And if the Republicans lose the Senate, he's going to have to cut deal after deal after deal after deal. You really think this man's going to blow stuff up? No, he's going to cut deals, man. And without a meaningful worldview upon which to stand? Oh, but he'll give us the Supreme Court. No, he won't. Look at the people the Republicans have already chosen for the Supreme Court. How many times those blew up? Do you really think this guy is going to have the political capital to get any meaningful candidate through? Really? I mean, the pie in the sky thinking here is just... And the interesting thing is, let's listen a little bit more of what Steve had to say.
I want to tell you something else. You're talking to a guy who has not voted in every presidential election or other elections at times, depending on certain factors. And it's especially if the candidates I had to choose from were what Helen Keller rightly called a little earlier, but used this term, I say rightly, a choice between Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And so I'm not of the mind that if I don't vote, I'm forsaking my responsibility and my civil rights are all gone at my own hand. That's not true. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. But let me tell you, this is not one of those elections. God is my witness. This is an election where there's a choice that's as critical as could be. You say what? Between a murderer like Hillary and a pimp like Trump? No. I say it's a choice between the end that you as a Christian will seal to your own demise and the demise of your children's legacy, on the one hand, and on the other hand, time. Time.
So, time. That's what we're supposed to vote for, is time. And the basis upon which you think that Donald Trump's going to give you time is his wonderful word, his reliability, his consistency, the lengthy period of time in which he has held to conservative viewpoints, and his trustworthiness, and his covenant keeping, and oh, yeah, he's none of those things, is he? No, he's not. So what this is Las Vegas style Christianity. Let's just roll the dice. Let's hope for the best. And if you don't do that, you're sealing your own fate. Look, you're exactly right. We know what Hillary's going to do. We know what Hillary's going to do. It's been coming for a long time. No question about it. So the idea is to just roll the dice. Abandon all principle. Prostitute yourself on the altar of American political expediency. Roll the dice and hope for the best. That's what we're being told by Christian leaders. I don't like getting into politics, but I also don't like having people tell me that I'm sinning when I will not prostitute myself upon the altar of political expediency and go as a citizen of the nation in which I live and cast a vote for a man like Donald J. Trump. I consider that sinful, to tell other Christians that they're being sinful if they don't do that. How dare you? Like I said, I really hope that starting in just a matter of weeks, some level of civility and sanity will return. But again, I'm probably being extremely naive to think that. One last time, I am not voting for Hillary Clinton by refusing to prostitute myself for Donald Trump. And if you say so, all you're proving is your utter irrationality. Thanks for watching.